Same as with things like sword fighting, the actors also had to practice rowing a canoe, because obviously they do that a lot at the end of the Fellowship of the Ring, and let's just say that sometimes the actors didn't cooperate very well when they were in the canoes.
Some of the rivers that we were shooting on in the South Island, you know, they were picked for their beauty, but they were fast flowing and they were very deep. So one of the training regimes that we set up for our actors when they first arrived in New Zealand was boat handling skills. I think that most of their training revolved around trying to make each other sink. But it did ultimately come in very handy, because usually it wasn't doubles in these boats, it was usually the actors themselves.
In a boat situation when there is an elf and there is a dwarf in a training boat, and the boat capsizes, let us say that the blame was placed on the dwarf.
He's a huge guy, man. He's 3 times the size of me, and his weight was just like, he just needed to a tiny little moment of the weight, and we were lost.
There might just have been an element of grim satisfaction in the dwarf's face when he heard of another boating accident which also involved the elf.
I can't believe that John would say that was my fault. Did he really say it was my fault? He's unbelievable, man.
I wasn't very good at the canoes, really. I mean, I could never sort of get that sense of turn. I just kept getting lost and having to be towed back in. And Orlando was quite good. He'd practiced a lot more than I had, and he was like, sort of, you know, very graceful. And so any time I could give his canoe a little knock with my oar, I would do, you know. So he's been sent round the wrong way. And they'd say action, he's like, God, he's put my boat in the wrong direction.
And those boats, as beautiful as they are, were pretty, you know, pretty tippy. They were kind of flimsy in a way. And because of the scale issue, it was Kieran Shaw, you know, it was Frodo. And I remember that when we did the wide shot, we were really moving down that river. And Kieran, we're doing the first take, and Kieran's going, Viggo, don't worry about me. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm trying to talk without moving my lips, you know, and he goes, well, if we flip over, I said, we're not going to flip over. And he goes, if we flip over, just save yourself. I can't swim. I said, what? You know, I couldn't believe it. And then I got really nervous. You know, like if someone's watching you driving, you start overcoming. And I was like, every eddy now became fraught with, you know, possibility. And after that take, I said, you're kidding, right? And he goes, no, I'm even afraid to take a bath. I'm like, Jesus.